Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Russia conducted a new massive missile attack on Ukraine, and I don't know how they did it because, according to Ben Wallace, I think he's the defense minister or intelligence minister of Great Britain, the Russians don't have any more. They're done. They're incapable of conducting another one. He made this claim on the 24th of December 2022. I covered that article in one of my videos. And remember, the Ukrainians and the British intelligence have been saying for the past, 11 months that Russia is running low and is on its missile capabilities stockpile, and that they will not be able to conduct more than 2 to 3 massive military missile attacks on Ukraine. Well, obviously that was not true. We all knew that, or at least some of us. And since then, that's been happening in the past. I would say, I will definitely say since April 2022, when it was the first article coming up that the Russians are done, no more, like depleted, almost gone, last year in April. Anyway, we have this article and see what's going on with this missile attack from Russia. And this article comes from Ukrainska Pravda. This is from today, the 26th of January 2023. The title reads, Air Defense destroys 47 Russian cruise missiles out of the 55 launched. All right, here we have it. On January 26th, Russia launched 55 different missiles, and out of them 47 cruise missiles were shot down during the large-scale missile attack on Ukraine. The source is Valery Zalushny, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, on Facebook. Remember, this guy supposedly donated $1 million that he just received from someone from the United States of America. He's a good-hearted, but, well, I guess if you might have a few other 20 million in your bank account, you can afford doing that. So everybody leaves you alone with the corruption and everything like that. You know what I mean? But he didn't have to do it, so good job. According to the data of the Air Force Command, the Russian forces used high-precision air and sea-based missiles. X-47 Kinzhal hypersonic missiles launched from 2 MiG-31K interceptors from the Russian territory. Now that's new, my friends. Kinzhal hypersonic missiles. Why would they use that? So they can't be intercepted, obviously, from MiG-31K interceptors. Remember, this one can be excuse me, could carry nuclear warheads as well. Now, the next ones are X-101/X-555 cruise missiles launched from 6 Tupolev 95 MS strategic bombers that flew over the Caspian Sea. So we have 2 MiG-31Ks and we have 6 Tupolev 95 MS bombers. They also launched Kalibr cruise missiles launched from surface vessel and submarines that had taken position in the Black Sea. Finally, I hear the submarines working and not only just cruising around the Black Sea. I was curious what they're doing, but anyway, a few days ago the Russians brought one submarine in the Black Sea. So I think they had about 24 Kalibr cruise missiles ready in the Black Sea with, I think it were 4 cruise missiles, carriers, vessels, and 1 submarine. I made a video on that about 2 days ago. In general, the Russian forces launched 55 air and sea-based missiles, up to 2 Kh-47 Kinzhal missiles, up to 40 Kh-101/Kh-555 missiles, up to 9 Kalibr missiles, 4 Kh-59 missiles. The forces and means of air defense of the armed forces of Ukraine shot down 47 cruise missiles, 20 of them near the city of Kiev. In addition, 3 of the 4 Kh-59 guided air missiles did not reach their targets. When you're going to have the Patriot, none will come over the territory of Ukraine. Yep. Okay, quote from Air Force. Units of the anti-aircraft missile forces, fighter jets, and mobile fire groups of the Air Force engaged in the fighting, coordinating their efforts with the anti-aircraft units of other parts of Ukraine's defense forces, probably of Ukraine's defense forces. Quote from Zaluzny, and I'm quoting, "The goal of the Russians remained the same: psychological pressure on Ukrainians and the destruction of critical infrastructure. But we cannot be broken. Thank you to the military personnel who kept the sky above Ukraine." Probably safe. It's in a parenthesis. Background. Early on 26 January, air raid system was sounded all over Ukraine due to a threat of missile attack by the Russians. Later, the Air Force reported that the occupiers launched more than 30 missiles on Ukraine. Explosions thundered in several oblasts. Kiev Mayor Vitaly Klitschko said that 1 person was killed and 2 victims were hospitalized as a result of a Russian missile attack in the Holosivsky district. So, this is the first piece of news. So we have 47 cruise missiles down from 55 launched, according to the Ukrainians. As I said, I thought the Russians are dead in the water floating downstream, but no, they're not. I made a video, I don't know, 3 days ago or 4 days ago, where the Ukrainians claimed that the Russians, it was the Ukrainians or the Brits, doesn't matter, they're the same anyway. And the same group, not the same group, I think they work under the same department. They said that Russia has about 550 high precision cruise missiles available. 550, and that is, they said, 20% the capacity. That's all they have, around 20% from what they had before. With all the production on this within this 11 months. Now that's one article. The other article that I want to cover, we talk about Kiev, what was the destruction or lack of in Kiev. Now 47 out of 55, that's 90-some% accuracy, which is fantastic. Remember, in a Gulf, supposedly, war, whatever that was, the Patriot systems in Israel had an accuracy between, I think it was 15 to 20%. Now these guys have about 90. That's great. That's great. Technology improved, but hey, not only the defense technology improved, the attack technology improved. So anyway, believe it at your own risk. I saw an article in the US media. I didn't bother to feature it here, stating that the Russians conducted this massive missile attack because they were angry that the West was providing Ukraine with tanks. These guys still think we are idiots. If you think that the Russians act upon anger, then I don't know, you guys just think that we are idiots. Not because they are. They know the Russians did not, and if they don't, that means they're children as well. And I don't put that past that statement or notion. The Russians just got mad, got some vodka, some ladies of the night, and then got the next day and said, "We're gonna attack, whatever, hoorah!" I mean, this is how those guys are thinking in the mass media, and or expect us to think the same way when we don't, or at least some of us don't think that way. Yeah, they just got angry overnight. Then they acted in impulses. If they would have acted on their impulses, they would have used other kind of weapons already. And I'm talking about the ones that they did not use, and I hope they don't use, which is the nuclear weapons. Now let's go to the next article that I have here ready for us, because we are a team here. And here it is. This comes from Ukrainska Pravda. via Yahoo. Yahoo, you can use something else instead of Yahoo. But anyway, it says approximately 20 missiles over Kiev, all destroyed. Wow, 100% accuracy, effectiveness. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm glad. So, Ukrainska Pravda, January 26, 2023. 1 minute read. We like that. About 20 Russian missiles were detected in the airspace of Kiev city. All had been destroyed by the air defense system on January 26. Now, the source is Kiev City Military Administration. And I'm quoting, about 20 missiles of various types were detected in the airspace of Kiev. All air targets were destroyed. Thank you to the air defense system. Popko added, Popko is Serhiy Popko, the head of the Kiev City Military Administration. So Popko added that a 55-year-old man was killed as a result of falling missile parts. 2 people were injured and hospitalized. Kiev infrastructure facilities are operating normally. The Kiev City Military Administration also reported that the air raid system lasted until 12:08 p.m., I'm assuming, due to the takeoff of a MiG-31 fighter jet and an A-50 control aircraft in Belarus, which can carry Russian Kinzhal missiles. We already covered that, and there were 2 MiG-31, I think K fighter jets that released the hypersonic missiles, remember? And the article, where is it? Right here. And they used right there, X-47 Kinzhal hypersonic missiles. Bam, bam, bam. Tra-la-la, lu-lu-lu. Let's move on. Background. On the morning of 26th of January, the air defense system was operated, tra-la-la, and it says that the invaders launched more than 30 missiles at Ukraine. They say it's what, 50 or something. What was that? 55. Okay. And it says that the Kiev City Military Administration reported that more than 15 cruise missiles were recorded over Kiev. Well, now you said 20. It's okay. Vitaly Klitschko comes and tells us how fantastic things are from his perspective. Well, I'm glad. So, new massive, I don't know how you want to call it, but 55 missiles is not 10 aero cruise missiles. Kinzhal missiles and Kalibr missiles. They even used submarine, finally, submarine, like the Russians have one. Now, that tells you how much effort the Russians are putting in this war when they have one submarine in the Black Sea on duty, operating. I mean, not that, maybe the other ones are all non-functional, like they're broken or something. No, because they were going around before. But this tells you how much effort they need to put to attack Ukraine. That's why when they say, well, it's a total war, it's not a total war. If total war, you will use all your weapons at your disposal. Look at the Germans in the Second World War. Obviously, you will not use chemical weapons like they didn't use in the Second World War. I know it's been used in the First World War. I don't remember it being used in the Second. I don't think, they were. No, they weren't. They weren't. It was only in the First World War. I know some people were ready with some anthrax bombs, if you remember that one. Well, look into it and we're going to find out who are those. Anyway, so they still have weapons, they still have missiles, and they use them. So it's not a total war, and it's a controlled war. Controlled war because they don't use all the missiles that at their disposal. They don't have a full mobilization, total mobilization of, 30 million people and just go and mow Ukraine down. That would be a total war, like in the Second World War when the Soviets got everybody, let's go, move in. That was total war over there. Now, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just, my friends.